Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 4th of January, 2023. Surprise! I was actually streaming today, although I usually don't stream on Wednesdays. This week was a little different. My wife's work schedule was a little different, and therefore I actually streamed 7 straight days this week, okay? What do we do today? What a unique and interesting day, to say the least. We started off today revealing a new vest. I actually have a Pokemon vest that was donated by a fan as a belated Christmas present. Really nice vest. I hope that I can wear it in the future. Sadly, a little late for the Pokemon playthrough, considering we have like one stream left to finish Pokemon Scarlet. It is what it is. But I revealed that. And then really the meat of today's podcast was discussing fighting game community drama, which I usually try to avoid because I'm not part of the fighting game community anymore. But now they're trying to rope me into their nonsense regarding Arturo Sanchez, a former friend and pro player who is part of the community. He's known as one of the OGs, and he's being accused of some pretty heinous stuff. He's been let go by a company that he was working with, being accused of basically misappropriating funds that were supposed to go to players. And it's pretty serious accusations. And basically Arturo tried to defend himself yesterday on a stream that went horribly wrong because he really couldn't show anything to back up what he was saying, outside of a very few things, like one or two things, yes. Outside of that, no. And basically everyone just kind of told him that he seems really guilty. And what really pissed me off, and the reason that I had to talk about it today, is because people were saying, I'm not exaggerating, oh, so he's pulling a DSP. He's basically the next DSP, or he's the DSP of the fighting game community. Yeah, I don't like that. All right? What it basically they're saying is you're getting accused of heinous things and you don't provide any evidence you didn't do it, and therefore you must be guilty, which is bullshit. Just because I get accused of so many damn things all the time, and because I do not choose to expose myself by putting out private information about me and my financials and things like that, does not mean that I'm guilty of anything. And if you actually think that, you're a fucking idiot, and quite frankly, you shouldn't really have any kind of a following on the internet. Sadly, in the FGC, a lot of people who are notable figures and even figureheads are pretty stupid. And they say dumb things that are irresponsible like that. And I didn't appreciate that because there were several of them that were kind of roping me into this situation by saying stuff like that, okay? So basically on today's podcast, I covered the entirety of the Arturo Sanchez FGC drama situation. And I basically tried to, give my thoughts on it. And it was basically the whole podcast, all right? So just to warn you, if you're not really interested in that, you probably want to skip the podcast for today. But being that I'm getting roped into it by the FGC, which I think is unfair. And I laid down the law on the podcast, too, about the FGC that constantly, and when I say FGC, it's fighting game community, they constantly try to rope me into their nonsense, even though I have nothing to do with it. Am I part of the competitive FGC? Do I play fighting games competitively? Do I go to tournaments? Do I involve myself in that stuff? So why do they bring me up all the time? They're such losers, So anyway, watch the podcast if you're interested in that. If not, I strongly recommend you skip it unless you want to see the Pokemon vest quickly, okay? First stream today was Pokemon Scarlet. And by the way, I apparently just scratched my arm and it's bleeding. Great. All right. So as I cordon off the wound here, first stream today was Pokemon Scarlet gameplay. And we were basically trying to finish up the Victory Road tour, or the Victory Road plotline, which is basically the Elite Four were left. After the Elite Four, there was the La Primera. And then after La Primera, there was the Champion. And so basically 6 very, very challenging duels. Luckily, my viewers were there to help me through it. And by the end of today's stream, we did it. And I was like, wow, I didn't think we would do that all in one sitting. I definitely thought the Elite Four were going to, slap me around. But I actually did pretty good. And, got it done, which was excellent. And then we actually started up the final plot line of the story of the game, which is Area 0. It's supposed to be this area of hidden, very challenging. Where the hell is this scratch? Do you guys see it? Oh, there it is. Look, it's on my elbow. I can't reach. I can't see it. It's like a scratch on my elbow. You know what it is? This is Jasper. Jasper got me the other day. And it's been healing. And I must have inadvertently scratched the scab, and now the thing's bleeding on me. I need to use my webcam to see it. I can't see it. Look at the positioning. It's so weird. I can't see it. All right, there we go. So, we got to Area 0, which is essentially this open world exploration final area of the game. And then we ran out of time, and I was like, oh, this is perfect because next time around we could do it. And people were like, yeah, it's about 2 hours long. And then you basically have like the epilogue of the game. So that's like perfect for next time to actually wrap up the Pokemon Scarlet playthrough. So went really well, had good support. We didn't hit the vest goal, so we didn't get to see the Pokemon vest. But otherwise, it was still a pretty good support. And, you know, had a great time playing Pokemon today. Thank you everyone who was there and actually helped me live with those duels, because those otherwise could have been pretty darn daunting. But you guys were helping me understand the enemy types and stuff, and it worked really well. Late stream tonight was Warzone. And Warzone started off good. We had a match where I got like 12th place, but I kind of got, let me put it this way, I wasn't outplayed, but basically I didn't have a little bit of knowledge about the game, and it kind of screwed me over. Then I proceeded to basically have a really bad streak. And then last minute at the very end of the night was a really good one. All right, so I won't spoil. I want you to watch, obviously. I will tell you, it's a really good one at the very end of all the footage for tonight. So Warzone started off good, then went real sour. I was getting pissy because there's a lot of firefights, which I know I was winning, and the game was saying I wasn't, which is really stupid. And the last match was great. Support overall, quite good. You know, no complaints. Great Warzone stream again. All right? So today was a pretty good day of big variety and fun, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it if you were here live. And if not, hope you'll watch it on demand. I am not here tomorrow. Thursday is my day off for the week. Is this thing fucking gonna stop bleeding? Thursday is my day off for the week. I will not be here. If you watch anything on DSPGaming, by all means, enjoy. Please remember, you can help with engagement by liking the videos or leaving comments on them, or both. And if you so support the channel, if you choose to support the channel when I'm not here, you could always leave a super thanks on a video, okay? When I come back on Friday, this week is a super excellent week. Let me tell you why. This week, we're officially finishing off all the leftover odds and ends from 2022, and we're heading fully into new content for 2023. We've got the conclusion of God of War on Friday, including all the endgame super bosses and the final story element, a funeral. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil and say for who, but there's a big funeral. That's the end of the story that I can't wait to check out. And then Friday night, we're doing Resident Evil 1 Remake. Saturday is the conclusion of Pokemon Scarlet. Saturday night, Warzone. And that means, if all goes according to plan, Sunday will be my year-end series. Yes, my most disappointing games countdown, as well as my Game of the Year awards. And this weekend as well, the poll will go live, by which you guys can start voting on the viewer's choice games that you nominated to pick whatever game will actually be the full playthrough coming up. And I'm excited for that as well. I want to see what you guys nominated and what you're going to pick for the playthrough that's going to start later on in January. Keep in mind, this week we have at least 1 or 2 new playthroughs coming. The first new game of the year is coming out this week. What a weekend. What a week coming up. Guys, thank you. It was a great streaming week. I hope you enjoyed it thoroughly. And I hope to see you all on Friday. Have a good day off Thursday. Be safe. And I'll see you all Friday. Thanks for watching. Peace out.